Hey, what's up, YouTubers? I just want to briefly talk about a video Anton Kreil puts out. And Anton Kreil is a managing director of the Institute of Trading. Anyways, if you've watched any of his videos, you know he makes videos about how to become a trader. And he trains traders at his website and puts out a lot of interesting videos. His latest video is on brokers, introducing brokers, basically the retail brokers in the Forex trade. And he talks a little bit about options and how in the U.S. More and more traders are leaning towards options and how they lose and why they lose, and Forex and how they lose and why they lose. He also talks briefly about why you can never retire. That's kind of pretty cool too. And he talks about the conflict of interest all the brokers have in introducing brokers. And it's a 2-hour video, and I suggest you watch it if you're a newbie and if you're not really familiar with how the industry works and why the odds are stacked against you. For example, most traders, probably 90% of them, lose money. I've heard it's 80 to 90. I don't know what it really is, but I suspect it could be true that only 10% of traders or 15% of traders actually make money over long periods of time. And what's cool about it is he talks about things generally people are not really aware of, the conflict of interest and how it all works, and the schemes and the frauds that go on behind the scenes. And I'll put the link below in this video if you want to watch it. But if you want to know how the Forex industry works and what you're up against as a trader and how you can increase your odds of beating the system and actually making money on Forex, I really suggest you watch the video. It's 2 hours long. It's a really cool video, but it'll really show you how you can gain some advantages. And if you don't watch this video, if you don't learn to gain the advantage, probably over a long period of time, you're going to lose your money. And it shows you how the industry sets up infrastructure so it encourages losing money. It's basically like the way the casinos set things up around the world, and even in the States and around the world. So the odds are you'll lose money over time. Maybe not right away, but over time. Anyways, I just wanted to put a heads up video for people who watch my videos on trading and like on Nadex and trading with the various Forex brokers and things like that. This explains kind of why things are stacked against you and the conflicts of interest and how things really work. It also shows you how 90% of Wall Street trades against retail traders and why they win. That's really important for you to know if you want to increase your win rate and win more money than you lose, especially if you trade on the Nadex or if you trade at Forex. It explains why you might want to consider opening brokerages accounts different parts of the world so you can trade more instruments so you're not just a one-trick or two-trick pony. And it explains how 25% of the time day trading is not very effective, and how when it is or when it's not, that's why there's so much leverage involved, because when the markets don't move much, you need that leverage to make a few profits and things of that nature. So if you want to get some insights on how to increase your win rates and increase the odds of you making money in the Forex markets or on options or just in investments in general, you want to check this video by Anton Kreil. And it talks about the FX industry in general and a little bit on options and why more and more of the market is segmenting towards options and currencies, and why there's not a lot of volatility anymore, basically because of the government policy on interest rates around the world, but including the US, Japan, the UK, Europe, Australia, Canada. Basically, with the exception of the US, have zero interest rates policies. Well, not just the US, Canada, I suppose, doesn't. Let me think, Australia and New Zealand, but in general, there's Japan, and at least in the Eurozone, there's a 0% interest rate policy. And how that creates a lot of not too much volatility, and when there's not a lot of volatility, it's hard to make money in markets. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, and I'll put the link in the video below. Tell me what you think. Thanks.